is the hardest video I've ever made. I wasn't so sure I'm going to sit down and record this. 2023, 3 years ago, 5th of April, 6 a.m. I was at the gym. I got a call from my younger brother Isidore that our parents were kidnapped, my mom and my dad. I stood there. I froze. I didn't know what to do. So I asked, have they called for ransom? Did they call for any money, requesting for money? He said no. I left the gym in a hurry. I was there with my friend. I had work that morning. When I got home, I called my boss. It was too early, so he didn't pick call. Because I called to tell my boss that I can't come to work. So I had to prepare to go to work so that when I get to the work, I will tell them what's happening. I prepared and then went to work. And I think I worked for 1 hour. And then my boss came. I explained to him what's happening. You know, everybody, they were asking me, how can they help? Have they asked for money? Do they need money? I said, not yet, they have not called. So he said, I need to go home and relax, you know, and maybe we can wait for the call. So I went home, waiting for my siblings to call me, my aunties, my uncles back home in Nigeria. Nobody called. I started calling them, asking them, what are we going to do? They said, oh, we have to wait. Maybe they have not, you know. Sorry. Actually, I haven't told this story before. The first day was really bad. Nothing of such has ever happened to my family or my loved ones, you know. I've never experienced someone being kidnapped. This was the first time, and it was really heavy. And we waited for the call. We didn't get any. The first day passed. Second day, I couldn't sleep, you know. I was waiting for them to come in the night to say, oh, they have called for ransom. Second day, we waited. Nothing happened. Third day, nothing happened. It went on and on until a week. So we started going to police station, started going to some places to, you know, ask to know if someone have heard anything about a husband and wife being kidnapped. There is no place we didn't go. We went to churches. We went to a lot of places looking for them. All to no avail. This kept going on and on until a month. And I noticed that it's possible they're not coming back. And I think within that month, people were giving some kind of news. People were saying they were killed. People said they killed my mom and they didn't kill my dad. People said they killed my dad and didn't kill my mom. A lot of news we kept on seeing. Some people sent message to my mommy's phone to tell them, send us money and we will tell you the whereabouts of your parents, which we sent money that time and nothing. They didn't have any valid information. We kept on searching and searching. Nothing happened. It got to around 6 months. It was obvious that it's possible they will not be coming back. It's possible that maybe they are killed. I told myself that I think it's time I need to take care of my siblings. Maybe I should take care of my siblings so that whenever they come back, my parents will be proud of me and know that I really tried my best for them. So I started taking care of my siblings like solely. You know, I moved the one I could move away from the village. And some insisted to stay. Even when I didn't want them to stay back, they were like, they can't run away from their father's house. Mm, I'm so sorry. When I saw that nothing was happening, I didn't think my parents, they might come back anymore. So I focused on my siblings and really want to take care of them, and be there for them. I did everything possible to make them happy because I know the way I felt, it's really bad. So I imagine how they will feel because they are there. The thing happened in their front. No, sorry. Oh God. I have 5 siblings. With me, we are 6. So the second one following me, my sister, she's my only sister, and then I have 4 brothers. So the one that she's older than, that's our first son. His name is Isidore. I tried to bring him over here in Finland because he's actually like very intelligent and smart, and so he took his IELTS and we tried school here in Finland, and he didn't get admission, but he got admission in Nigeria in the university. So we did clearance for him. Me and my husband, we paid his school fees, and we told him to look for a house, the apartment, within the school, which he did. On 4th of January 2025, so he went to go and swim with his friends, and upon jumping into the river, he broke his spinal cord. So that was the worst day of my life. I mean, my parents being kidnapped was not enough, and then this. I was coming back from work when I got the news. I felt like my whole life flashed, before my eyes. I blamed myself. I didn't know what happened. I blamed myself. I was calling on my mom. Why did they allow this to happen to Isidore? Oh Jesus, oh Jesus. I was calling my dad. Why didn't they protect their son? So we took him to the hospital, and the doctor said that we'll have to do some spine surgery on him. But she told us that she doesn't think it's possible that he's going to walk again. Sorry. So we asked the doctor, okay, after the surgery, when they post care, is it possible with, physiotherapy and all that, it's possible for him to walk again? She was like, she's not really so sure that it's actually, she can't decide that it's so much. I don't know, she explained the stuff in the medical term, which as of then I didn't even understand anything because I was so confused. Like, how did this happen so fast? So we did the surgery because without the surgery he won't be alive, because the neck was not moving. Like, the neck was just one side, and you have to help him to turn it. He wasn't moving any, and then they put the neck stuff on him, and his whole body wasn't moving. He was paralyzed. Oh, so we were like, okay, it's fine. At least he didn't die, let's just do the surgery to keep him alive. So So after the surgery, he survived it. And it was so sad that in the hospital, bed sore started. Even though we were telling them, please, you need to be turning him around, so that the bed sore will not start. He was in the ICU and the bed sore started. So he was having, bed sore. He couldn't breathe on his own then, so he was on oxygen. So at some point, they told us that the oxygen, he's been on oxygen for so long that they need to do tracheostomy or something like that, on his neck to help him to breathe. Tracheostomy or something. I don't know. So they opened his, there his neck and put a pipe, and he was able to breathe on his own. So we were asking the doctor, how long will he have that for? She said she doesn't know, that it depends on how he can breathe on his own. He had it for some time, and he stayed in the hospital for 4 months. Most of them was on oxygen, and then the tracheostomy. And then the hospital bill was piling and piling, and then I was in debt. It was so much. The bills were too much. We made a suggestion then to rent a house within the hospital, and you know find him a nurse that will be coming to take care of him. We did that, but the bed sore was, instead of going, it's coming more and more, at his back. The bed sore hits his back, that you can see the bone at the back. His heel, his toe, everywhere was having bed sore. Everywhere, every part of his body was having bed sore. So it got to a point that it was so bad. So I decided that I move him to the capital city, Abuja, so to go live with my sister. So my sister took very good care of him, and she really tried her best. She was calling the nurses to come to the house, and she was really there for him. And on Monday, my brother died. Isidore died. It's so hard for me as a breastfeeding mom. I try to be happy. I try to look at my child and be happy. But it's so hard, and it hits me so deep. Everyone is just like, Jane, you have to be fine because of your baby. But it's so hard. How can I be fine in a space of 3 years? A lot has happened to me already. I lost my both parents same day, and now I lost my brother. I was doing my YouTube. I started my YouTube when he was when he was paralyzed, March 2025. I started my YouTube, and he was watching them. He was telling me, oh, you're doing this, oh, I like watching your YouTube, I like watching your videos, they make me happy. And now I feel useless. I feel like, oh, why am I doing the video? Who am I doing the video for? Because my brother used to watch my video. He watches them and it makes him happy. He told me. Isidore was a kind soul. He was the best brother anyone can have. I'm so glad that I really tried everything to make sure that he was saved, but death took him. I made sure that I was really there for him. I made sure that even though I'm in debt because of his bills, I didn't mind. I was happy in the situation because I'm proud to call you my brother. Isidore, I hope you find peace. I hope you're in heaven. He repented. He repented. I just I just want to say the reason why I'm doing my YouTube videos. It was because of him to watch. God knows the best. That's what they said. I hope this is the best. Because he really suffered. He fought so that he could be alive. I love you so much, Isidore, and I hope you find peace. We all love you.